lies, lies, lies. And we've been feeded lies by the Department of Homeland Affairs for the last 5 years or even more. Because since GT was introduced, we have never seen a changes in visa refusal letters. All the issues, all the case offers comments that the student is not generous haven't changed since the GT was introduced. And there was different kind of ministerial directions, changes and legislations, and they just changed the name from GT to GS or GSR, as we have right now. But these refusal letters haven't changed since GT was introduced. And we've been feeded lies that now we have the Department of Homeland Affairs have this different kind of policy, and now you need to fit in your answers into 4 questions and only 150 words. But if you look from a sane person perspectives, how can you fit in your genuine intentions into one pager? Then you're going for a job interview, and somebody does your assessment. The assessment of information is way longer. How can you assess the person and his genuine intentions only by following these 50 words description? It's a total nonsense. And I haven't believed the Department of Homeland Affairs for over 5 years, because we haven't seen those changes in the visa refusal letters, because this is what we've been following and analyzing for all of these years, and we never changed the strategy. Of course, we fulfilled all of these requirements. We've been writing all these letter statements. We've been making shorter in the visa application. However, we haven't changed the GT format since it was introduced, and we still have those great visa outcomes, and our visa success rate is over 90%, because we haven't changed the strategy. Because what we've been following, and we've been following visa refusal letters, and how they are changing, and they haven't changed since the GT was introduced. Yes, we can see some kind of more detailed visa refusals from the case officers, and etc. But the thing is that even if they have changed the names of the statements, SOP, GTE, GSS, GSR, and etc., the visa refusals haven't changed. So we've been feeding wrong information by Department of Homeland Affairs what kind of statements we need to write. However, the companies who stick to writing GTE at the end, and attaching this at the end of the visa application, haven't had many of the refusals. So what we recommend is just stick to the GTE strategy. Satisfy those 150 words. Sorry, have those 150 words statements inside the visa application. But at the end of your student visa application, add the proper and detailed GT statement, because this is what is the required. Because it's not possible to describe your family situation, your future plans, your education history, your work experience, and your assessment of the studies inside your country, or countries around you, or the other countries abroad. It's not possible to fit in those, as we can say, 600 words. It's not possible. So do not be fed by Department of Homeland Affairs all of these lies they've been spreading for over 5 years. Stick just to the same strategy. Make sure, and just make sure that you're answering all of these questions they have shared in the genuine student statement page. And And as you can see, the list of the requirements, they wrote, how they're going to assess it. It's not a one pager. They've been asking, bunch of questions, like, over 20, you'll see, over, 20 criteria we've been, assessing your statement. So don't be fat, look at, the facts, and, maybe, contact us, and we can, help you, to get into Australia and to increase your chances to get the visa granted. Because, what we see right now, visa refusal statistics, is really harsh. Because right now, visa refusal rate is over 40%. And that means that, almost every second applicant is being refused. So be cautious, follow, what the real experts, shares with you, and satisfy those requirements, which is, stated on the Department of Home Affairs website, rather than just simply, filling those 4 questions, you have in your visa application, because, it's not enough. If you want, to secure visa, you need to provide, the detailed genuine student statement. So stick with GTA experts, and we're happy to guide you and provide you the truth and information about what is the reality is right now.